President Cyril Ramaphosa held an inaugural meeting with the members of the National Dialogue Eminent Persons Group at the Union Buildings today. Ramaphosa appointed the group as ambassadors for South Africa's much-anticipated national dialogue. Some of the names serving on the Eminent Persons Group include Springbok Captain Siya Kolisi, retired Constitutional Court Judge Edwin, former MP Lindiwe Mazibuko, and former Minister of and Constitutional Negotiator Roelf Meyer. The meeting was an opportunity for President Cyril Ramaphosa to outline the expectations and mandate of the chosen ambassadors.
The task that we have is to ensure that the outcomes of the national dialogue can be institutionalized in a manner that informs and guides the direction that our country can take. We have been clear that this dialogue must be as inclusive as possible. It cannot be partisan. It cannot favor one group or perspective over another. It needs to be citizen-led, and the outcomes need to reflect the collective views of the people of South Africa. While the head of state has a constitutional mandate to convene the national dialogue, and while government should use its capacity and resources to support and facilitate this process, the national dialogue is neither government-driven nor directed. Citizens must be able to freely and fully participate in the national dialogue as individuals, in their organized formations, and through representative bodies. That is why the Eminent Persons Group is so eminently important. It brings together prominent and respected South Africans from across society.
And for more on this, we now bring in SABC News reporter Zara Groenewald, and she joins us now in studio for more on this conversation. Zara, thank you so much for your time. I mean, you attended the inaugural Eminent Persons Group meeting, which took place today at the Union Buildings. I mean, when it comes to the ambassadors who met today, it seems as if it will really shape what we should expect from the national dialogue. What came out of this meeting?
Well, today was the first time that the Eminent Persons Group actually met. And so the meeting itself formed as a foundation for the processes of engagement over the next few months. The day started off with President Cyril Ramaphosa delivering his opening remarks to the group and sort of giving his marching orders in a way of what is expected of them over the next few months and their role within the process. Thereafter, the preparatory task team just sort of relayed what work has been done so far. As I said, this was the group's first time actually meeting and sort of the introduction to the process.
What is the purpose of this group? I mean, even looking at the selection, it comes from a vast different, groupings of South Africans. I mean, you have sports figures, you have politicians, you have many representatives from all quarters of the country. Also, do you think that it was a fair representation of our society as a country, and what are they tasked with for the next couple of months?
Well, looking at the group itself, it's 31 South Africans, as you said, coming from diverse backgrounds. We've got former Constitutional Court judges, we've got social activists, we've got poets, as well as former cabinet members and MPs. And so the president has designated these 31 individuals to provide independent oversight over the actual dialogue processes. They are there to ensure that there is a diverse dialogue going on and that all South African voices are represented. Something that did come up when that initial list of 31 members was released was that only 3 of the 31 people are actually under the age of 35. And so a concern was, are these people able then to truly reflect, or are they able to ensure that young voices will be properly reflected in the dialogue? But going through the meeting today, there was a clear consensus in the introductory phase of the members. They did touch on the issue of age. However, majority of them were very clear, very concise. They want to fulfill their mandate to the best that they can and ensure that all voices are represented.
Zara, something that has come out quite a lot is indeed the price tag to this national dialogue, and a number of concerns when it comes to how much it will cost South Africa to have this dialogue. 700 million rand. You know, I'm sure the president has gone out of his way to continue to defend, you know, this hefty price tag.
Well, the 700 million is just an estimate. The dialogue, the people within the dialogue themselves have said that the proper budget channels will be followed. That we can expect to come out later on in the process towards the national convention, which is coming out on the 15th and 17th of August, where the roadmap will come into play, the processes of how the national dialogue will come out. And so those discussions will become very prominent during that national convention.
All right,
yes.
And where to from here?
So, like I said, the 17th and the 15th to the 17th of August is where the key discussions of how the process of the actual national dialogue will go on. From there, they'll have a roadmap. Thereafter, the national dialogue itself, which will be a months-long process, it can take anywhere between 6 to 9 months, where they will be going to various communities and villages to get an idea of what's going on. Thereafter, early 2026, a second national convention will happen, where those contributions will be consolidated and form part of the next national development plan.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Zara. That's SABC News reporter there, Zara Groenewald, and she attended that Eminent Persons Group meeting which took place today at the Union Buildings, and that's in the build-up to the national dialogue.